In this video, I'll walk you through 4 ways businesses can use AI to uncover hidden revenue in their sales and support call recording. You will learn how to uncover upsell opportunities, customer frustrations, common questions, and competitor mentions just from the calls your team is already making and the calls that are already being recorded in your systems. AI is a big deal right now, and companies are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to consultants to define their AI strategy. Why? Because businesses are under pressure from their shareholders that they have to optimize their processes or improve their efficiency using AI. And most of the businesses have no idea how to do that. Until recently, many felt that they were doing just fine until they saw their competitors doing much better using AI. So out of nowhere, they have this urgency now that they have to integrate AI into their systems, otherwise they will be left out. In the past 2.5 years, I have built some very successful AI products and helped businesses integrate AI into their existing processes so they can see actual upside in their revenue and they can increase their productivity as well. Recently, I came across this AI use case that can help a lot of businesses find potential lost revenue in the existing data of the call recordings that they already hold. So I decided to just record this video and share this use case with everyone. This AI use case is going to help businesses who are already making somewhere between $5 million to $100 million per year in revenue, the businesses who have their supports or sales staff of more than 10 people, and the businesses who are recording all the calls that their sales and sports team is making. If you think your business qualifies all of these 3 criterias, or if you think your clients or your customers' businesses qualify these criterias, then this video is definitely for you. Most businesses use services like Podium or Intercom to record their sales calls. And they have the recording saved in their system and they never look at it. The data is always just lying there just in case they want to refer it in the future later on while having the conversations with their customers. But actually, no one ever looks at that data. They are not using the information and insights that this data can already provide. So in this video, I'm going to explain the whole use case of how you can utilize this data to improve your product or services, find potential customer pain points, how to find upsell opportunities, and find lost revenue in the data that you already own. When we found this use case, we built a productized service around it and we called it Upsonica. Upsonica will be able to do everything that I will be explaining in this video, but you can always take this knowledge and build something on your own as well. For the sake of this video, we will take the example of home service businesses like flooring, HVAC, roofing, but you can take this example, you can take this use case and apply this to any other business that has a sales team or a support team. Let's start with the first one, finding the most commonly asked questions. This data is really critical for you. You have been recording all of those calls, but you don't know if there are some questions that your customers keep asking to your sales team again and again. And it's possible that your sales team is taking note of those questions, that your sales team or your support staff is aware of those questions, but you as an executive who is not hands-on in the day-to-day of sales and support calls, you don't know what are the most common pain points. It's possible that once you have the insight about that data, you can improve your product or you can improve your service. It's possible that your sales team is aware of the most commonly asked questions. It's possible that they are already keeping track of them manually. But why overburden them when you can outsource, when you can offload this responsibility to some AI? AI can sit on top of all of your calls. It can keep analyzing all of your calls and it can extract the most commonly asked questions based on the calls that are already being recorded. Now, to solve this problem, you have to download all the calls from the service that you are already using, which can be Podium, Intercom, or any similar service like this, which is helping you record the calls and maybe create transcripts for it as well. Now, download all the calls. If there are transcripts available, we can use the transcripts right away. If the transcripts are not available, you have to convert the call recordings into transcripts, which can be done with any of the available existing services. Now, once you have the transcripts, you need to pass those transcripts. You need to pass transcript of each call to GPT-4o Mini. Now you can ask GPT to extract relevant questions regarding your product and service from this call. Now the calls usually start with questions like, hey, how are you? How's the weather? And these random icebreaker questions. But these are not the actual commonly asked questions that we need to worry about. We are mainly focused around the questions that are related to your product or service, or any questions regarding your product or services. We need to inform the AI using a prompt that they need to extract questions related to your product and service from the whole call. So the prompt you can write can be something like extract all the relevant questions that customers are asking our team. The questions can be about our service or product, and over there you can also mention your service or product, and you can also specify what the AI should not return. So you can tell something like a negative prompt as well. So questions like how are you, what's the weather, when can I hear back? These are the general conversation questions and they should not be included in the output. So once you define this prompt, you pass your call recording and you give this prompt to the AI. It will return all the relevant questions from that call recording. Now, once this small script is ready, you need to run this script across all the call recordings that you already have. We have done something very similar with Upsonica as well. So if you head over to upsonica.com and you go to the demo and you click on commonly asked questions, you will see all the commonly asked questions. It's extracting based on some data of demo calls we have added in the system. Now just imagine that you as an executive has visibility of all of this data. Based on this data, based on this information, you can design a better training plan for your team. Based on these questions, based on this data, you can improve your product or service so your customers do not have these questions again and again. This data can also help you plan future products or offerings for your customers, and it can also help reduce the burden on your sales team once you start figuring out how you can reduce these questions by adding them or incorporating them as part of your user manuals or the product. Now, the second problem is finding the upsell opportunities. Now, this is the kind of data that is going to add some revenue to your bottom line. Imagine some customer says, I'm going to my parents next week and my dad owns a construction company, but something, and then you continue talking about your flooring service with them. Now, your sales representative might just be making this conversation to build a relationship, but your systems, your AI system sitting on top of them can figure out, okay, this person can connect me with someone, which is his dad, who owns a construction company, and they can be even bigger customer of mine to whom I can sell flooring services on a recurring basis. Now, once you have visibility to this data, you can ask your team to focus more on this customer, provide them a better service, so you can then later on ask them to refer you to their dad, who can then become your even bigger customer. And this example applies nearly across every industry. Maybe the customer mentioned something on the call that can give you a cue that, okay, you can sell this other service of yours or this other product of yours as well to the same customer. It's possible that the sales person who's interacting with the customer is not very experienced, so they might miss something. They might not know that this other product or service also exists, but your AI system knows everything. It's always up to date, it's always fresh. So your dashboard will highlight that, okay, there is a potential upsell opportunity with this customer and you can sell this particular product to them, and then your sales team can approach them again and then try to pitch the service. Now, finding this data is simple, but it's not a one solution fits all. Every company has a different offering, different product line, and AI needs to be trained on that particular product line, on those particular set of services, so it can generate better results and generate better recommendations against a particular customer. Now, to extract this data from the call recordings, you first need to prepare a data set that mentions all of your product line and it mentions all of your potential upsell opportunities. Then you need to prepare a prompt and inform the prompt, or like mention specifically in the prompt that what an upsell opportunity is like based on your business. We have done something similar in Upsonica as well. So if you want to see a demo, you can just go over there, click on upsell opportunities, and you will figure this out. That an upsell opportunity can be like an yearly maintenance program if the customer mentions hassle-free yearly maintenance. Or it can be some polish or some cleaning spray if the customer shows interest in maintaining the product on their own. So it really depends on what you want and what you offer. And based on this data, you can train the AI, you can specialize the AI to extract these kind of insights from the call recording and then use that to upsell to the customers. And the AI can help you come up with the exact ROI as well. I mean, it totally depends on the kind of data that you have. That is why we created Upsonica as a productized service instead of a SaaS product. Because to actually get valuable results from a data like this and for a product like this, you have to train the AI, you have to specialize the AI on that company's particular services and products. Now, the third problem we are going to solve is finding the frustrated customers. Frustrated customers are the ones who churn the most. And most of the time, these frustrations are easier to handle, but because we don't have any visibility about which customers are being frustrated and for what reasons, we end up losing those customers, forever wondering what we did wrong. You can ask your sales team to prioritize the frustrated customers, but the human nature does not like to deal with tough situations. Plus, they might feel bad for frustrating a customer if the frustration happened because of them. So there is a high possibility that because of the human error element, these frustrations and these customers are going to just go away from you. Now, with the right system in place, you will be able to have the visibility across all of this data that which customers are about to churn, which customers are frustrated, and what is the reason for their frustration. If there is a reason or if there is no reason at all. And if there is no reason at all, then it's better that they just go. We added this functionality in Upsonica as well, so you can see what kind of frustrations we are talking about here. It really depends on the kind of business. If it's a SaaS product, then it's possible that they did not like the customer support service. If it's some product, if you have a product line of your own, it's possible that they did not like your quality. So it really varies from product to product and from business to business. And we have some examples for HVAC, for flooring, and for roofing businesses on Upsonica, but this can give you a much better idea. Now, the fourth interesting insight we are going to extract from the calls is competitor mentions. Having competitors is not really a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. It means that the industry you are serving has potential, that there are going to be paying customers for it, and you just have to find your chunk of the customers from the whole industry. So having competitors is not a bad thing. But if your customers, if your own customers start mentioning your competitors and they start finding their service better than yours, then it's definitely a concerning situation for you. Plus, there is this chance that you can use those reviews or feedbacks from the customers about what they like in your competitors, and then you can update or improve your service accordingly as well. Most of the time, the difference between your service and your competitor service is very small, so you can bridge that gap very, very easily. But the problem is, again, there is no visibility about that data. Even if some customer complains about your competitor, or like complains about your service based on the good service of your competitor, then there is no visibility that you have of that data, so you can improve your service. Most of the time, if a customer switch the service from one vendor to the other, it's rarely a case that they return back to you, because the process of switching is already very, very tough. If they end up going through the whole process, they are not going to come back following the whole process to return back to your service. So we have to somehow try to retain our customers if they start complaining or mentioning the competitors. It means they are aware of a possibly better service, and it's a chance that you also have to improve your service as well. Implementing competitor mentions is also very, very similar to how we implemented the upsell opportunities and customer frustrations. The only difference is it's ideal if you know about your competitors as well and you mention those competitors and the difference of their services in the initial prompt. You can train your AI accordingly and explain the AI, the prompt, what difference you have with your competitors. So even if your customers do not mention the name of any specific competitors, but they mention some difference of features that they would like to have this feature, then your system can highlight to you that, okay, your customers want to have this feature and our product does not have that, but this competitor product has that feature. So you can then add that feature or improve your product or service accordingly before the customer finds out about your competitors. So these are the four key insights that you can extract from the data that you already have. So you can just go to upsonica.com, you can scroll down and find that calculator. Over there, if you add the number of calls you handle on a monthly basis or a yearly basis, you can add the potential upsell rate and the average upsell value. You can get some idea about the revenue you can potentially add to your bottom line on monthly basis and on the yearly basis. We have already created the AI implementation. We have already created all the algorithms. Now, whenever we have some customer who has a requirement for something like Upsonica, we are just going to improve it, specialize it based on their offering and product line, and it's going to work seamlessly based on their data. There is a live demo available on the website already. So if you just go ahead, upload your call recordings and try to extract the upsell opportunities or user frustrations, you can see that the output is already very, very good enough. Now, just imagine how much better it can be once we specialize the AI on your products and services. And as I mentioned earlier, we built Upsonica as a productized service instead of a SaaS product. Why? Because we believe that if we really want to commit to a good ROI of Upsonica, if we really want to promise the kind of returns or the kind of upside potential it has, the kind of revenue it can add to your bottom line, we have to specialize the AI on your particular use case. It can be converted into a SaaS product as well. We actually have the whole implementation ready just with the demo. We just need to convert the demo into a SaaS product. But we want to take this first step to offer this as a productized service. So businesses can specialize this based on their own products, based on their own offerings, and get the real insights out of it. And for the people out there who would like to use the knowledge I have shared in this video to build an implementation on their own for their own business, I hope they find the information I have shared in this video useful. My name is Hashir Beg. I'm a software engineer turned founder, and I help businesses integrate AI into their businesses so they don't miss out on this incredible opportunity that we have right now. I posted a video about how we are able to deliver so many tech products successfully. So if that is something that interests you, don't forget to check that out.